moving right along, we're going to now draw this turtle, and it's going to introduce a few new shapes that canvas has for drawing ovals and for drawing those nice little shapes like that as well, and a bit of stuff we've done already to get those hexagons, and we'll colour it in as well. So first thing you need to do is go find the turtle, which you can get on Google, and save it. It's a PNG. You want a transparent background, and you want it to be 600 by 600 so that when it, and centered, so that when it is loaded into canvas it sits in the right spot. I'll show you what I mean. So there's the actual turtle sitting in the folder where the canvas program's going to be and the scripts. If we go over to the editor, here's our editor. Now I've got a new editor, Bluefish, which is quite good, and I can I probably could have done it in Code as well, but in this one I've just changed it a little bit so I can get a different font size, which I've done. It makes it hopefully a bit easier to read. Here is the basic canvas to set things up. Should look pretty much the same. The only difference will be that there's this thing background image, which is what I've just shown you, the turtle, and it fits in the canvas 600 by 600. So when you save that and run it, it looks like that. So at the moment you've got your 600 by 600 canvas with the turtle sitting in the middle. To make drawing a little bit easier, what we do is we're going to translate a new centre, and that new centre is going to be there, and it makes drawing the turtle a little bit easier. It means that the flippers, for example, are all relatively positioned from the centre. The hexagon is positioned and the circles are positioned. The head's a bit different. We could do a double translate, but we won't bother with that. Now the second thing is that what's changed here is a grid's been added, and it's only put in there just for the ease of, so you can see what's happening here. And you've probably seen grids somewhere else, and the translation is not to the middle, it's to the middle and down just a little bit. This is the script, so the top is still the same, all the way down to there is the same, and the bits that's been added are two functions, draw grid and draw turtle, and in between those is the translate. So what happens is we draw the grid and we pass these two numbers. So 300 to 330 goes into the function draw grid. We select the black, we move to that position, and then we draw 4 lines. So line to there, so that's the horizontal lines. Then we move back to the centre. So it's a bit tricky what's going on here. The line actually goes across and then all the way back. And then we could move, I guess. And here it's the same. So, and these are slightly different to fit inside the 600. So 300 either way, but up and down it's a little bit different. And then we close, and then we actually draw it. And when you do that, and then we're going to come to the turtle in a moment and start doing bits of the turtle. But from that point onwards, we are now in a new position, and that's what gives us this. So we've translated to there, and what happens next is relative to that position there. Let's move on to the turtle. Okay, so we've got the grid, and now what we're going to do is draw the turtle, and we're going to do it in bits and pieces. So we'll start with the eyes. And once again we'll pass a couple of numbers to the function draw eye, and we'll put another draw eye in there as well, just to show you how neat it is. And you can just go to the same function with different numbers and draw it. Now this is not quite finished, not quite correct on purpose, just to show you what little adjustments you need to make when you start doing this kind of stuff. Alright, let's just have a look. So a draw eye, that's going to be the position, and we'll need a radius of 10. And we'll set it to green so you can see if I leave it black it's a bit hard to spot. And then we use the arc, which we've used elsewhere, to draw our circle. So that's not new. This is where the new stuff will start creeping in here for the shapes and so forth. We'll be using different things. And we just do that, and I will just, I know that's pretty right, save it, and we'll see what we've got. So refresh. So there's our little eye, not quite in the right spot and not quite big enough. So we've got to come back a bit and go up a bit. This is X, this is Y, this is positive X, this is negative Y. So the negative Y word needs to be smaller, in other words a bigger number with a negative. So where are we at the moment? we're at 50. Let's just try 40 and maybe 210. See how that looks. I mean, if it doesn't sit exactly on top, it's not going to be the end of the world. So, and we can just use maybe sort of multiples of 5 rather than get down, but we'll see how we go. All right, so let's try that. We save that and we go back over here and hit refresh. No, we're still not quite there. We need to probably in a little bit and up a little bit. So let's, I might not worry about, oh, well, let's have a look. We'll see. Okay, so what are we now? Let's try 35 and 30. Try that. Control S will save it. And let's go and refresh over here. Getting very warm. All right. Up a tad and a little bit bigger. So we go back to our script. We'll make the radius 15. It's trial and error here. You just keep playing with this stuff. And we'll go up to maybe, see what, it might be 40 actually. Let's try 40. Control S, save. Back over here. Refresh. That'll do. 15, bit bigger, but looking good. Now, to do the other eye, once you get one right, the other one's a piece of cake. So we go back over here, and we're going to do another draw eye, and we just copy, we paste, leave the negative Y, but this becomes negative, it goes to the other side of the grid. So you can see why moving the centre to this new spot makes life a lot easier down the track. So let's see what we've got now. Save and refresh. Wonderful.